Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Nick from Noobkill coming at you with another Madden video today. So guys, pretty awesome. We did get an update today. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the biggest update. There's a little things that they did add to the game and made a couple changes, but of course right now this is the January update, and I think this is mostly just to pave the way for updating content. Of course we do have the Super Bowl coming out. We got the Pro Bowl, NFL honors will be coming out afterwards after that, and of course before all that happens there is going to be the Team of the Year. Now Team of the Year I'm guessing comes out sometime this week. The console has been tweeting out some crazy things like that, a picture of everything, and they're like, guess who you guys think? So I'm guessing Team of the Year is gonna be dropping sometime this week. But what they did mention in the patch notes, it says Madden season is in full swing and we got yards of new content in our latest update. So basically they said that there's 3 points. Share screenshots of pack openings on Twitter and Instagram, so you can do that automatically now. Experience more varieties and balances in game plan, so that's pretty cool. And then pick up the easy quick sell items from pack openings. So basically if you guys play NBA Live Mobile, if you guys do a large quick sell, instead of like getting the collectible and then of course after you get the collectible you have to go to the auction house and then sell the collectible right when you get it. So if I pull 1 million coins, I click continue and boom, I got the 1 million coins. So you might like that, you might not like that. It's pretty awesome. They're saving you that time, but of course some people like to hold off that coin stash so they can save it for a rainy day. But hey, you never know. If you can pull the 1 million, you pull them, you know. But that being said, EA did go ahead and release a blog more in depth of what the update is all about. My boy Danny Doberlin, he did write this blog, so let's go and check it out. If you guys notice, the logo did change and we do now have Antonio Brown. So right when they changed it to Von Miller, I pretty much knew that Antonio Brown, and probably after the Super Bowl, Todd Gurley is probably going to be the face of Madden Mobile for a while as well, because if you guys remember to when before Madden 17 launched, they had the whole photo shoot and everything and all that crazy stuff where they had like actual them actually running around, and there's 4 guys. So there was Antonio Brown, Von Miller, and Todd Gurley, and then of course the cover man Gronk. So we already got Gronk, we got Von Miller, and now we have Antonio Brown. So I'm guessing Todd Gurley is going to be coming out after the Super Bowl. But let's go ahead and see what this says. So it says, Happy New Year, Madden NFL mobile fans. Danny's coming at you with a new blog. So yeah, basically one of the biggest things they did work on in this update was for the game plan. So you guys might have known, like, yo, the game plan, it's a lot different than last season from the counters. Now you have to get collectibles and they all are on percentages. And yo, if you have this play, it's 100% countered, or this play is maybe run type, so you have maybe 30% of countering every run type, or like most likely 5%. But depending on what your counter is, that's what it is. Or like, hey, on third down, every defensive player on your team gets +4 awareness, something like that. You guys understand what defense game plan is all about. Now you got your units and 2-point conversions, but it's changed a lot since last season, where it was just like, yo, I'm countering halfback blast, and every time they try to do halfback blast, instant counter. So there is still 100% counters, but you can't do a variety of plays and so many like you did last season. Now a lot of people thought this was great, and a lot of people thought it was not as great because, one, it was hard to get some of the collectibles before, and of course it was like it wasn't always guaranteed and people would still run over your defense. But they made a lot of changes, especially if you guys are in Hall of Fame and those types of plays. You guys probably noticed that, yo, passing is insanely hard and running the ball was so much easier, but you do fumble a lot. So they made a couple changes here, so we'll go ahead and check this out. They said, of course, offensive. If you were playing on offense, it was frustrating, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little pissed off sometimes playing in head-to-head. But you guys see this right now. So the game plan, that the hub, it hasn't changed at all. Everything looks the same. Your collectibles still look the same, but you guys can notice right here that it says counter is 7%, game plan, and then of course severity is medium. So you got this yellow, which is probably like probable, medium is orange, and then pretty low is red. That's probably my guesses, but that is all understandable what they're talking about right here. So there's gonna be 3 triggers in, of course, the defensive game plan and how it all works. So one of the triggers are 3 counters. Verity would be pursuit, defensive block shedding, and of course knockout chance, ensuring the defense has the upper hand. But as you guys know, like if you had a good game plan, and of course like last season you had a really good counter system, let's say you had a full bronze team and the other guy had 102 or 105 overall team, doesn't matter what that person does, it doesn't matter what players they had at the offensive line and what the other player had at the defensive ends and tackles, they would still manage to sack your quarterback every single time if you called that play counter. And that's not realistic at all. If you have like JJ Watt and then of course they have some really scrum O-line, yeah, that's more like it. But if you have like the offensive line of Dallas and then you have like some really bad defensive ends, that's not going to work out, right? So they made it more realistic now. So how they did it was if the person, whoever has the better advantage in overall. Now, that is actually a lot better. I think it's really nice because then it's not like, yo, what's the point of me grinding out my team and spending so much coins, spending money on the game, and I'm building my team if I'm going to play against another guy who has a really bad team and he's just going to run all over me, right? So the point is they're making it so now overalls do matter as well, which is understandable, right? So that's pretty awesome. So let's say the defensive has slight advantage, then the defense has a higher chance of getting those knockout plays. But if the offense has a slight advantage, they will be able to, there will be a counter, guys. There will be a counter, but it won't be as severe. So let's say you ran halfback blast, right? And you got like a really good offense. Your offense is 98. Unless your defense is, you're playing against a defense that's 75 overall, you should be able to at least get 1 or 2 yards instead of getting sacked and losing yardage. So the offense, it's going to be rated, of course, like you saw from this schematic and this team of this picture right here with the counter percentage and if it's medium, low, or high. So yeah, that's what it's all about. That's the main point about this. But of course, if you're wondering, guys, let's say people just keep spamming the same play over and over again. So they figured out, yo, this play is not countered. So let's say it's halfback blast. They found out halfback blast is not countered, and they keep running it over and over again. Of course, you guys know there is the frequently played counter system where if they keep running it, then yo, the counter comes. But that time around, if they keep spamming the same play over and over again, it goes back to the original set of it doesn't matter what your overall is, it will shut you down if you keep running the same play. So I like how they kept that one as a shutdown, so someone can't just keep spamming the same play over and over again. But I really like what they did of taking the advantages of overall, and it's like real life, man. Like if you have a better team, you shouldn't be losing against a really scrubbed team. So I like what they did there. Now, one of the other things they did was the social media sharing. So you guys first saw this when you guys were pulling packs and your league, anybody in your league, it would be like, boom, Noob Kill pulled 98 overall Champ Bailey in the pack, and in this pack, and your league buddies would see it. They'll be able to click on it, turn the card around, and all that good stuff. Now, this time around, they made it a little better. So they said that you can actually share it working through any downloaded app on your device that supports sharing, so such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Those are the 3 big ones. I probably can post it onto Pinterest and that stuff as well. Tumblr, I have no idea where you guys would post it, but you can do that now. If you pull a pack, boom, you see that top icon, the logo is right there, right? You guys see where my cursor is, right there. You guys will see 3 little dots. That is, of course, the sharing little button, so you can actually even share your offense. So if you're proud of showing your team off, yo, you can do that. You can share it right away instead of screen capping it and then going all the way over to Twitter. If you have Twitter on your iPhone, go ahead and click it, and then you can write your description in 140 caps, of course, and then it will share it right away. So really cool, they added that feature. And then of course they did add that collectible one. That was really minute. They basically just put it in, especially since NBA Live Mobile had it. And then lastly, I know a lot of you guys talked about like, yo, the game plan thing is pretty cool. The social media share is, it's not that big. And then lastly, the collectibles one, that's not a big deal at all. But what about cheating? What about all that stuff? Now, what they're saying here is they try to lock down as much as they can, guys. But of course, I'm not trying to be on EA side here or anybody's side, but if there is an online game, I know this from playing any online game or anything that's online, there's always someone that finds a way, running through code. They will try to find a way to break it down and of course glitch it out, break the game, cheat and hack. Now that's unfortunate. I wish it was a perfect war that no one did that, but they did say they did try to do their best to make it more fair, to get rid of those bugs and of course get rid of those botters and stuff. But end of the day, they're trying their best. I'm not gonna, I guess, side with them and say it's all right that they're focusing on quick sellable things. Like, yeah, I understand what you last time when they released their last update about the I guess the way the ball trajectory was like, so it was more realistic, when they should have been focusing a lot more harder on bots. Now I know the guys that work on the game, guys, they're working night and day as well, trying to fix those botters and hackers, but they're doing their best. But they want to also make sure the game is still fun, has new life to it, so they are adding features. But hopefully maybe one day, I have no idea. Like I said, it's almost impossible, especially with an online game. But that being said, there is a new update, guys. If you guys haven't updated just yet, it's pretty awesome. They did fix some gameplay bugs, especially one of them. I knew if you guys play seasons and you're trying to get those big hits, you would double tap on the screen, you wouldn't get the big hits, and it took a lot out of your defense. Like, your guy couldn't pop the ball out of the guy's hand anymore. So they brought that back. Big hits are back, so that's a big plus. But yeah, guys, that being said, the update is here. If you guys haven't updated, go ahead and check it out in your App Store, Google Play Store. Hit update and you'll see your new features, and of course you'll see Antonio Brown. But that being said, guys, really want to say thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are already tuning to for everything Madden Mobile, and that's right here on the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
What's up?